Hey friends, it's Rachel with the Ponds Farmhouse. I hope you're ready for a fun fall DIY project. This is going to be, I'm using corn shucks and some styrofoam forms here to make a corn shuck topiary for fall for my dining room table. And so I can't wait to share with you how this is going to turn out. I'll go ahead and give you a little hint. I went out into the cornfield this morning and gathered some corn stalks, and I've already cut down the different pieces here to size. In addition, I went ahead and gathered some twigs here that we're going to use with it, and I also gathered some acorns from just off the ground and some little tiny pine cones. And we're going to put all this together to make a really cute, fun topiary for our fall table. So does that sound good? If so, well, let's get started.
Begin by taking the floral tape and measuring around the cone about halfway up. I wrapped it twice. Next, cut your corn shucks so that they'll hang down below the bottom of the cone. And then I have two bases here. Each one is a little different in height so that they will not be identical. Okay, now we're ready to get started. We want to go ahead and have some floral picks on hand so that we're ready to use them. We're going to start by attaching the corn husk to the floral tape using some hot glue. I found that the corn husks are very fragile, and so by applying them to the floral tape, they are much more secure and easier to attach to the cone itself. And we'll be using the floral picks to do that. As you're applying these, you want to overlap the corn husk so that it's not just one beside of each other, because as they wrap around, they're going to separate. So we get that completely filled up, and this is going to take us around the base of the cone twice. And we're just using the floral picks to hold it in place. Now you'll notice that there's some gaps, but now we can go back in and add in additional pieces of the corn husk, to make sure that it's completely covered and that there are no gaps where the styrofoam cone is showing through. So you just keep adding until you've got that looking really good and finished. Now we're going to go ahead and put the cone on the base, and we're ready to add some twigs to a piece of floral tape. And we're doing the same technique here. We're just adding hot glue and sticking the twigs on there. I'm interspersing some pieces of the corn husk as well here, just to kind of add some additional filler. And then once we have this secured on there really firmly, then we're going to be ready to just apply it right over the top of the corn husk that we already have. So just place it on there using the same technique, adding the floral pins to hold it in place. And here again, if you find that you don't have as many sticks as you'd like to have here, just go back in and add them in by adding some more hot glue here. Now we're going to just repeat exactly what we did the first time for a second round that'll go over the top of the other one. This leaves about 1.5 inches at the very top, and we're just taking some small pieces and folding them and attaching them with the hot glue to completely cover the whole top of your piece. Now we're ready to add the pine cone, and we're going to fill in with some more little sprigs here. And then the last thing we're going to add, and then we're just attaching tiny little acorns that I found in the yard with hot glue right underneath the pine cone, just to give it a little bit more of a fun decor look. And now we have some really fun, cute topiaries.